G'day everybody, it's Tonia here from Australia, Australia's psychic cowgirl, ready for our pumped up radio session today. I'm really excited to be here. We've had a few little glitches, which of course, always tends to happen here and there when we're talking technology and spirit. So big hello from here. We've just gone into the 1st of February here, so it's pretty exciting new month. We had an amazing moon last night, which I'm not sure where you're from in the world, but I'm sure if you haven't already seen it, you will. So that's been pretty amazing. A lot of power around that. You would have probably heard a lot of the girls have been chatting about the energies and things, which is fantastic. So we're really stepping into 2018 with a bang. So something that I wanted to share with you today, just prior to us starting doing our reads, we always like to share a little bit of information, and I always say, take on what sits with you and let go of the rest. But this is sort of, different insights from my perspective. And I always think it's fun to share. And it's great if you get that opportunity to share with anyone that you can, little psychic insights and things that we have. Because, again, like I've said once before, we, always have that. And a little reminder for people to tune in. I've had a lot of people, there's a lot of turmoil going on at the moment, and I just like to always remind people that we all have within us this, our psychic gauge, and it's like that gut feeling or what we relate to that brings us back to trusting our inner guidance. And I always say, even if you're going for a reading or coming to see me, just tune into first off, I suppose, who you decide to get a reading off, but really make sure that you vibe with that person because, you're connecting and you're connecting both energetically. So it's great to tune into what feels right for you because sometimes we all relate to different people. So going back to just that element of the key, it's also about us trusting, sometimes we tend to get a little bit caught up in being so busy and not allowing time to connect with our own inner guidance. And it's also about us being able to, flow through life a bit better. We all have times that, things happen where we don't listen to our guidance and we go, oh my God, this has happened. And, we had foresight to see this, but unfortunately we didn't listen. I've had a few of those of late, and I did get the signs, but I just went, we had a car blow up, and the spirit, strongly said, get rid of it, but I didn't listen, and so, anyway, that's how it goes. It was the same this week. I had my iPad was in my bag with my bottle, and it's died, so for whatever reason, that happened, but I also looked at it. I was getting a little bit obsessed with connecting with things, so I kind of took that on board to say, sometimes we need to disconnect. And it's been amazing since I acknowledged that. I sat back and now instead of checking my phone and constantly being on, especially with the work that we do, we're always getting inquiries and bookings, that I now restrict that back. And since I made that commitment to do it, I've had heaps of more inquiries than when I'm on there all the time to answer them. So it just shows you that when we listen to that and trust that the universe will always provide for us and give us those signs that things will turn around for you. So it's very exciting. I had a wonderful session with a lovely local lady, Tonia, and this week having a Reiki healing session. So we did a bit of a swap, and it was fantastic. And I highly recommend anyone, especially even in this field that might be doing readings and healings, that you network with others that are in your area, and you can feed off each other. And we had a great session, and we both were like, had these aha moments. So it was like, we both learnt a lot from each other, and that's what this is all about. So I learn from you, you learn from me, it all goes around, but I'd love to connect with you. Okay, we've got Colleen on the line. Hello, Colleen.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
I'm feeling a little upside down.
What was that, sorry?
I said I'm feeling a little upside down.
Okay. Are you a little bit lost at the moment?
Yes.
Okay. So you've had something come up that's kind of almost, I want to say, is like you've been flipped around. So there's an unexpected incident that's come up that's changed things for you. That be correct?
A couple, yes.
Yeah, okay. Can I say that, because it's like they're showing me, a little bit in relation to what I was just talking about too, it's like you had a few signs for this, but you didn't actually listen. So things have happened to almost give you that bit of a shake-up where you need to actually sit in your space and take things in. They're also showing me that there's something you might be taking something in a different way to what it's been presented as.
Okay.
Okay, it's a little bit like something that's come up that you're looking at it, how can I put it? A little bit like looking at it from the negative rather than actually seeing the gold underneath. There's something that's going to come up from that that's underneath. Would you be correct in this is to do with work?
One of the things, yes, definitely.
It's like you've been thrown out of your comfort zone with this, and what they're showing me is this has happened for a reason. So it's like you've had the rug pulled out. There's shifts and changes there, but it actually, as much as it might not look great at the, it might not look great right at this moment. There's an opportunity coming through for you.
Okay.
Okay, so it's like being a bit open. I want to say, like, they're coming through going, start to get a little bit excited because there's opportunities coming to you. And this is being shown to me like through a connection. So it's almost like I feel like it's still in the industry you're in, but there's something coming along that's actually going to propel you forward more.
Okay.
It's actually exciting.
Yeah.
I'm actually excited for you. It's like we need to just get you into that excited mode about the fact that this has happened to propel you in a slightly different direction.
All right.
Right?
May I ask you a question?
Of course.
Okay. The other situation that has me a little bit lost, flipped around, my daughter, she's pregnant, and her and the father are not married.
Yeah.
And right now they're having some tough times. I would just like to know, has he found somebody new, or is he actually going to stay with her and, do the right thing and be a family man?
There's a lot of fear around him, so he's having this, it's almost like they're showing me he's had this sudden realisation that he has to man up, and I feel like they're showing me he hasn't been one he'll take on something and he doesn't stick at things.
Okay.
But it's like he's had that realisation, I'm going to be responsible now as a father and I need to step up.
Okay.
It's creating that he's got a little bit of turmoil happening within him about this.
Okay. All right.
I feel like they're showing me he's a good guy. He's got the goods there, but that level of maturity is just a little bit, it's like he needs to be pulled up a little bit. And this child is what is going to connect him again.
Okay.
Give him a sense of purpose. I think
like right now she's all but given up on him, feeling like he's just not connected with her.
Yeah. There is an element of fear, and I think that's why he might be putting a wedge between them because of that fear that he's going to have to, be the provider.
Okay.
I also feel they're showing me he didn't have a great role model as a father for him.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I'm also shown that he didn't have a great role model as a father for him.
No, that's correct.
Like there's that fear around him actually being able to do this right.
Okay.
Right, so I feel like my advice to her is to give him space to work this out.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
And just trust. I feel he'll come around, I really do. I feel like the child will capture the two of those two.
All right.
So,
well, thank you.
You're what you do for your daughter too, by the way, is saying.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
You're amazing at what you do for your daughter.
Oh, thank you.
They're saying, pat on the back, well done.
Thank you.
So, you keep up the good work, and you're quite intuitive as well. So, please trust in that. And don't worry about the small things. It'll work out just as it needs to.
Okay.
Okay?
I'll try.
Let me know. I'd love to hear, but it will be a good year for you.
I'm sorry? You're breaking up.
Right. This is a good year for you. So really look at things. There's a lot of positives that are coming through for you, and even with your daughter.
Okay, great. Thank you.
But get excited. Yay.
I'm going to try, yeah. I'm going to have to figure out what this career path, with what I do and how it's going to put me in a different role.
Yeah. You need to shake up and change. So it's like I'm showing there's a little bit of a shift there that you might be reluctant to grab onto it, but, really start to open up to the thought, because it's really going to be great.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Absolute pleasure. Thanks, Colleen. Oh, I'm hoping that I'm still connected there. Beautiful. All right, who's my next? Who's my next victim? No, not victim. Who's my next caller? Kathy, free.
Yes.
Hi, Kathy.
Hello.
How are you? I'm sorry. I think our line's a little bit fuzzy. So just let me know if you can't hear me, okay?
Okay, I sure will.
Okay, Kathy, have you got a father in spirit?
Yes, I do.
Okay, because I've got a man coming through very strongly for you. Okay, and you've got a few things happening in your life at the moment as well. There's a bit of a decision to be made.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, because it's like he's there as a support for you. You two had quite a strong connection. It's like he's coming through showing me you two sitting together. So there was a strong bond, especially when you were younger, because he's bringing me through you being young with him.
Yes. Yes. If it's my father, yes, I would agree.
Yeah. And was he a tall man? Because this chap feels like he's got quite a bit of height to him.
I'm sorry?
A tall man? I feel like this gentleman coming through is tall. He's got a bit of height to him.
Oh, okay. It could be my father-in-law, maybe.
Okay, but look, I feel it's your father. So your father wasn't tall, is what you're saying, yeah?
Right. He was not that tall. He carried himself in such a way that he appeared taller, but he was not physically that tall.
And he's a bit larger than life in personality.
Yes.
And he's also like, people listened and respected him. So it was like what he had to say, people actually took notice of.
I'm sorry?
I'm
sorry, I can't hear you.
No, that's all right. I'll try and get a little bit closer to the speaker. He was well respected in what he spoke of. Like, it's like people listened to him.
Yes, yes.
Very well regarded because he's coming through, and I'd like to say, well, to me, he feels quite articulate. His attention to detail and the way that he comes across is almost like he's got like an actor quality around him.
Yes.
Okay. So it's like he's coming through to support you at this point in time, and he does give you signs that he's around. Are you aware of that?
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, very much so, yes.
We're very connected. So it's like going, she knows. And I feel like I want to say
yes.
right shoulder, and you can feel him when he comes in close.
Yes, he's actually since he's passed away, he's actually spoken in my ear. I could hear him.
Because what I'm getting from him is you've got this chick. So it's like you've got this with what's going on around you at the moment. Does that make sense?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that last part.
He's more or less saying you've got this chick. So you've got this, like, as in, with what's going on around you at the moment, you're right with it. You've got it covered.
Yes. Uh-huh.
So I feel like it might look worse than what it is, just from what he's showing me. It's like there's a predicament, and it's like a situation that is out of your control or feels out of your control, but in actual fact, you do have control of this. And he's also going, you're way stronger than you realise.
Yes, I think that's true.
So it's like you doubt yourself, but you just the way that the strength of him that comes through is like you are very strong as well. But
I have to agree with hesitation, but I agree.
Yeah, because he's like, he's there around you, and it's like I feel like he wants to just give you a little shove and say, it's okay. It's not as bad as you think it is. Because he's showing me there's been a lot of ups and downs throughout your life.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. He's just acknowledging that and saying, if you look back at what's happened in the past, you've always rallied and things have turned out okay, even though at the time you might think, I'm going to pull my hair out and I'm really stressed out, but it's actually, you've managed to bring things back.
Yes, many times, yes.
Very proud of you. Very proud of you. Okay. Do you have a question that you want me to put to him?
A question? Yes. Is my husband and I going to move? Are we going to move to North Carolina here in the next few years? Okay. Immediately the response is not actually North Carolina, but around there, so around that area. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. It's like, so he's showing me like it's not, you're not, South Carolina, you're not necessarily going to be right in there, but it's not far off where you're thinking. I almost feel like be darned. Okay.
You go on holidays there now?
Pardon me?
Do you go up and visit there now a bit?
No. Actually, my father-in-law came to me in a dream, a visitation dream, and told me that we would be moving there someday or in that vicinity.
Yeah. Well, I feel like it's around there, but I feel like it's somewhere you go there and have almost like a vacation or exploring that area and find the place, because it's really important for you to have that sense of home and that sense of feeling at peace.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, and it also needs to be nature around for you, so you really like that. You need to have that open space, so you don't want to feel like you're crowded in somewhere.
Absolutely. You're right on the money, yes.
Yeah, you've got, you can manifest anywhere. It's like even your dad's like, oh, she'll just decide and that's where she's going to go. But it's like you've been guided there for a reason, and there will be, and I feel like I want to say your little piece of paradise.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that last part.
Like you'll find a little piece of paradise. You'll
yes.
have a you're going to go, this is us. And it's almost like when you make that move, you will look and go, this is what we've wanted all our life, or this is what you've had this reoccurring dream and that feeling of this is home.
Yes. I get that feeling even though I've never been there, yes.
But I feel like I want to say, like your dad's like he wants to go and explore as well, to actually take time and really have a good look around that area.
Yeah. Yes.
Like, because you're in tune.
Yes.
But it's exciting, so plan for that. I think it'll be sooner than you think too. Just before I have to wrap up. So just be aware, sooner than what you think.
Oh, really? Okay, because I thought it would be several years.
Just be open to that, because you're very good at manifesting, and obviously, you know, you've been sent this for a reason. I don't feel like you're going to have to hang out and wait. Not as long as you think.
Wow, not as long. That's wonderful.
So start to do research now.
I'm sorry?
Do your research now. Like, start to explore. I really want to get you in the zone.
Yes, my husband and I are considering going there on a short trip just to explore a little bit, just like you were talking about here in the next few months.
Do that. Do that. And let me know how you go. It's very exciting.
Yes. Do you see me working somewhere? I mean, because I've had such a difficult time with employment in the past few years. Do you see me working somewhere, gainful employment?
You need to open up your options. Don't close up. Be a little bit more open to different things, because there's something out there that's a bit different to what you're thinking. So just be, when you're looking around, be open to something different.
Something different, okay.
I want to say, might look at and go, oh, hell no, I won't do that. And then you're going to go and try it and go, I love it. All right?
Oh, wow. That's great.
But yeah, please do that, and please keep us posted. We'd love to get feedback on how you're going and how things work out.
Yes. Oh, yes, absolutely.
All right, my dear, I've got to wrap this up. Been lovely chatting to you.
Oh, well, thank you so very much. Do you have any kind of idea of a bit of a time frame before you go?
As far the work's going to come first. So, but get exploring. You will know. Your dad's here going, don't ask silly questions. You know the answer. He's funny.
Yeah.
Dry sense of humour. All right, I really have to wrap this up. I'm so sorry, but it's been great connecting for you.
Oh, thank you so much. You have a great evening.
You too.